Carlos, you beautiful bird. You see what's behind you? You see those other... Don't put your ass towards the camera, you naughty bird. Do you see those birds and those CRT monitors behind you? I think that's a sign, Carlos. I think that's a sign that tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time that we're finally going to release the PlayStation 5 being played on an HD CRT television. So people should subscribe to the channel by hitting the red button and also hitting the bell to get notifications for all my new upcoming uploads. I almost screwed up that line, Carlos, but I did, and I saved it so I don't have to do another take, you bird with bird boobs. That's a good looking bird. Make sure you sub tomorrow to see that beautiful HD CRT PlayStation 5 footage. Yes, this is a shameless plug. Complain below in the comment section about me being shameless. Skip it up and that up. So, in case you haven't noticed, and if you are sub to this channel, I think it's almost guaranteed that you have noticed, it's tough to find the next-gen consoles right now. It's tough to find graphics cards. It's tough to find the new Ryzen 5000 chips. It's tough to find anything that has any kind of silicon in it, semiconductors in it, because of what's going on with the global pandemic. It has caused shortages, which in turn has meant that there's been less supply of products out there. And on top of it, because there's more people working from home, there's more demand for devices like iPads and laptops and even gaming devices because people have more free time and want to game. Well, it's getting really desperate for Sony because you see it every time there's new stock of consoles, which isn't often, of the PlayStation 5 especially. It's gone in seconds. It's either people are sitting there waiting, and literally as soon as they get the notification, they try to go get it, or it's bots and they're scalpers trying to pick up the console to make a whole bunch of money and resell the PlayStation 5 or even the Series X for like double or triple the price on eBay. Well, if you think that this is changing anytime soon, I got some bad news for you. It's getting desperate even for Sony, to the point that they may take a drastic move to replenish stock. This comes from tomsguide.com. I'm going to read it to you, then we will discuss. VGC transcribed a Sony investor call that took place following the release of the company's annual earnings report, where Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki said, "We're aiming for more sales volume than the PS4 in its second year, but can we drastically increase the supply? No, that's not likely. The shortage of semiconductors is one factor, but there are other factors that will impact on the production volume. So at present, we like to aim at beating second-year sales of 14.8 million, which was the second year of the PlayStation 4. Totoki did suggest that Sony may be able to cope with the shortage by either finding a secondary resource to manufacture its consoles with, or by even going as far as changing the design of the machine in order to circumvent the issue. Now, before everyone gets their nerd boners, let me just say one thing. If they do redesign the console, it's not going to be a PS5 Slim. It's not going to be a PS5 Pro. They're either going to cut back on a certain part that's unnecessary to make it easier to manufacture the PS5, or they're going to outsource maybe where some of the components are made to different places like they said there, or who knows what else they may do as a redesign to maybe cut corners that won't affect the performance of the console, but it will allow it to be manufactured easier. So, yeah, this is an unprecedented time, man. We're still in the middle of, whether we're used to it now or not, and it seems like the new normal, we're still in the middle of a global pandemic. And we're still feeling the aftershocks of what initially happened when virtually every major nation shut down completely. Okay, we're still playing catch up from that. Like, we haven't seen anything like that in modern history. Okay, the last time we've dealt with a pandemic of this scale was the 1918 Spanish flu. And I've said it too, and Linus Tech Tips has said the same thing as well. Beyond the fact that there isn't just as much product being produced due to the global pandemic, is that there's more demand for the products that are made by this manufacturing. There's more people that want and need iPads. There's more people that want and need computers. There's more people that want video games because of the fact that they're home more, whether they're working from home or unemployed, sadly, and they could still afford a console. You know, everyone is, their life is different. So there's more demand from the consumer, there's less product being produced, so it's the perfect storm for the perfect disaster for a corporation like Sony and Microsoft and AMD and Nvidia, where people want and need more of your product, but you're making less of it. That's the perfect scenario for a complete disaster, and that's where we are right now. So hopefully Sony can find a remedy to it so more people could get the console in their hands. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a bird one. Have a bird one. Hey, if you enjoy my content, consider becoming a Review Tech USA member. I'll have a link below in the description. I live stream now on this channel all the time, and it gives you access to cool emoticons to use as well while I live stream. Again, link below in the description. Thank you for your continued support.